Today's topic is content marketing. So what is content marketing? A lot of our clients think it's simply just to get better rankings, which is part of it, but there's also plenty of other reasons. So I used to work at Channel 7. I was a producer for the morning news. So I actually really like content, which I know not many other people do. But it was interesting, too, to transfer that to here because it's all about, of course, ours was news-related then, but now it's about making your personality in it, too. So why would competitors choose, or why would consumers choose us over watching, Fox 45 or Channel 2? So it was nice to kind of put your personality in it, and the goal was always to make it better than the competitors. So what did people want to click on online, or what did they want to listen to, or what did they want to learn from? So it's kind of nice to translate that from the news, I guess, to just everyday small business owners. So the importance of content marketing is three main things: ranking, engagement, and branding. So help with ranking. This is all about content marketing showing search engines that you want to educate searchers and that you have the answer to their questions. It makes you authoritative, relevant, and trustworthy. So I always like to think that I Google the most random things, and I'm like, thank goodness no one is actually like looking at the history on my computer, because one, we look for content, but then I'll just be like, why did this person do this on the road? So I feel like whenever I find like a blog about that, I'll click on it, and then I'll go back to it if I liked it, if it was helpful. So that's one way to just keep business coming back to that website or that Facebook page, because you trust them and they have good content for you. So it's also nice to have backlinking on that. So I could start on their website, find their Facebook page on there, and then continue to go through each of the links, which I think is also helpful to increase engagement and also just to help navigate the page. So then the next thing I think is helping with engagement. So customers like to interact with businesses before committing to them, educate them on their industry, their products, their services, and just you in general. And this is like my favorite part when I talk to clients. I tell them, just personalize it. I'm like, you really don't think people care what you do and how you do things, but you actually do, because I like to kind of use the example of we like to know Tom Brady's diet. We like to know where Jennifer Lopez shops. And it kind of makes you feel like you're kind of friends with that celebrity. So it makes me feel like, oh, I trust them, I like them, I want to know more about what they do. So I like to tell my clients, just show something of you guys in the office, show you guys celebrating Halloween, or a new truck, or if you got new gear. People actually like to see that, and they'll like it, and they'll click on it. They kind of want to get to know you more personally. So that's one way I try to explain it, without always mentioning Tom Brady, because then everyone's like, football, oh my God, do you like Tom Brady? So you kind of got to be careful with the teams you choose. But that was one thing that I think ultimately choosing you to be the company they go with if they know you a little better. And then the last thing was helping with branding. It's important to provide a consistent brand, one that is inviting, educating, and professional. And content marketing helps to bring all those points across. This just kind of reiterates adding your personality to everything, being consistent, showing what your work ethic is like, how you want people to view you. Are you professional when you enter the phone? Do you choose products that are, green, or are you family-owned business? You can put all this stuff in your content, which I think draws clients in and also makes them choose you in the end. So setting expectations for the clients is key, no matter if that's the beginning of a relationship or if you're trying to reset them down the road. So it's super important to make sure that we get the clients engaged about the content ideas. I like to mention it almost on every call if they have holiday trends coming up, or if it's something about fall or springtime that we really want them to focus on for that. Be sure to keep publishing the articles, and you can even see the spikes in the little graphs that whenever something is published out, they obviously get more reads, and they get all excited when they see that, oh, look at that spike, and I'm like, yeah, that's when you posted this out. So I think that gets them excited. Obviously, you don't want to leave the posts in the draft form. You want to get them published and broadcasted. And then you also need to link social media and emails to make sure you can reach a bigger audience. I have a lot of clients that like to post or put in all the emails so then they can get subscribers, and they think that's a great way. And I've noticed that's a great way to get some more engagement too. So that's really all I have about content marketing. Does anyone else have anything to add about what they do to kind of get clients engaged with that?
Honestly, I have one that she's really intimidated by it, but they're very involved in the community, so really helping her center. They did an Italian festa, they're doing a pancake breakfast for the homeless. So we just post about things like that because they're in a very small rural community. Things like that can really help people to connect with them even before they meet them and even consider them for services. So she was a little less intimidated by that, so she has now posted 3 times on her own, that we kind of opened that up to her.
Yeah, and that's huge, just to get them comfortable. I think that's what we mentioned yesterday too. that you don't have to be a professional writer, but it's obviously your slang, your kind of lingo with the area that makes people like, oh, this is more genuine, this is from them, they know the area. I have a client too who did like a revitalizing the riverfront, and they just cleaned up the river, and they were a part of it, and they were a sponsor, and they wrote about it, and it was awesome. It had like the most reads and reaches. So I think definitely adding like the personal, community, local spins on it helps. So, okay, cool. So, Donnie is our featured AC, so he's going to share his
Morning, everybody. So my thought on client experiences is not only do they enjoy talking to me, but they also know how to use the programs too. One way I really do that by expressing it to them is instead of getting them on a join.me every single time, I have them get them on their computer and have them really engage with me on where to go, what to click on, where to view this at, and all those kinds of things. They're really never going to know how to use the true, or really never know how the true benefit of the program until they actually know how to use it. And then one unique thing that I do is after the initial onboarding, I no longer run a join.me as long as I can help it. The first phone call after the onboarding is the content call. So one thing that I do is I immediately make sure that they can get onto their dashboard, they can get signed in, that it's bookmarked, so they immediately know where to go every single time. And also then I get them onto where the local post is, and they can now see where to edit it, where to view it, how to make changes, where to broadcast it at, so they can really start getting that benefit. Because we tell all these people that let's write a local post, it's going to help you out, but they're really never going to understand how to use it unless if they do it on their own the first time. And I can do that with search engine marketing, where to listen to the phone calls at, with the websites, if they are a local bar or another service like that. They can continuously get onto their website, update dates and everything like that. And that was one unique thing that I do. Any questions?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So our daily contest is Donnie and the Child GC must submit their best call today positioning content marketing to a client.
Megan Hartman.
She's not here today.
So she goes back in.
Yeah, I'll put it back. Morgan Hodell.
Her whole face.
Happy Friday, everyone.